Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the MCU as Doctor Doom, and everyone's losing their minds trying to figure out what that means. Is he a variant of Tony Stark? Is he playing a completely different character who just happens to have same face? But here's what nobody's talking about. Doctor Doom is literally everything Tony Stark warned us would happen if the Avengers failed. And the fact that they have the same face makes it even more terrifying. Today we're breaking down how Doctor Doom represents every fear Tony had in the MCU and why his arrival proves Tony was right all along. The thing about Tony Stark is that he was always looking ahead while else was dealing with the current threat. Tony was thinking about the next one. He kept warning people that something worse was coming and nobody listened.
Come on, use your words, buddy.
I have more than enough words.
Now Doctor Doom is here wearing the same face that tried to save the world, and it turns out Tony was right about everything. Let's go back to Age of Ultron, because that's where this really begins. Wanda Maximoff gives Tony a vision, and it's the most important scene in his entire character arc. Tony sees all the Avengers dead, Earth destroyed, aliens pouring through a portal, and Tony's lying in the rubble, the only one left alive. Knowing he failed to stop it, that vision haunts Tony for the rest of his life. Everything he does after that moment is about preventing that future. He creates Ultron to protect the Earth when the Avengers can't. He pushes Sokovia Accords because he knows they need oversight. He recruits Spider-Man because they need more heroes. All because of that one vision Tony tells the other Avengers about this. He says, "That up there, that's the end game. How are you guys planning on beating that?"
Arms dealers all the live-long day, but that up there, that's the end game.
He's talking about an alien threat bigger than anything they faced. He's talking about Thanos. But he's also talking about what comes after Thanos. Doctor Doom is that vision coming true, except now the threat has the same face as the man who tried to prevent it. That's the twist nobody saw coming. In Age of Ultron, Tony explains why he created Ultron. He wanted peace in our time, a suit of armor around the world that would protect Earth forever. Even after the Avengers were gone, everyone he's insane. Steve Rogers says, "They're not fighting for peace, they're fighting to give people a chance to live their lives." Tony loses that argument. Ultron goes rogue and nearly destroys the world. And after that, nobody trusts Tony's judgment anymore. But look at what Doctor Doom does. According to my sources, Doom takes over Earth by using technology to control global systems. He builds exactly what Tony tried to build, a suit of armor around the world. Except Doom's version actually works. It just doesn't protect people. It enslaves them. This is the nightmare version of Tony's dream. Same goal, same methods, opposite morality. And they have the same face, which means when Doom takes over the world, we'll see Tony Stark face telling them they're being conquered for their own good. Tony spent years trying to convince people he wanted to help, and now Doom uses that same face to take everything. Marvel been setting this up for years. In Iron Man 3, Tony had panic attacks because he went through a wormhole in Avengers and saw what was out there. There's nothing we can do to prepare for that. But he tries anyway. He builds 42 different Iron Man suits because he's terrified of not being ready. The movie treats this like Tony being paranoid, like he's overreacting to trauma. But he wasn't overreacting. He was right. Thanos was coming, and after Doom was coming, Tony saw the threats before anyone else did, and everyone told him to calm down. In Civil War, Tony pushes for the Sokovia Accords because the Avengers will make mistakes that get people killed. He's thinking about accountability, about what happens when powerful people have nobody to answer to. Steve Rogers fights him on this and wins. The Avengers split up, and then Thanos arrives, and half the universe dies. Now Doctor Doom arrives, and he's a dictator with God-like power, and by nobody to hold him accountable. He proved that Tony was right. When you give someone infinite power with zero oversight, they become a threat to everyone. Doom is what the Sokovia Accords were designed to prevent. Here's why Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom is genius and terrifying. For 11 years, audiences associated that face with heroism, with sacrifice, with someone trying to do the right thing even when he failed. Tony Stark's face meant hope. It meant the good guys had a chance. Now, that same F-Ace is the villain, and it's not just any villain. It's Doctor Doom, one of the most dangerous characters. A man who believes conquest is justified if it brings order. A dictator who thinks he is saving the world by ruling it. When Doom shows in Avengers Doomsday, the heroes are going to see Tony Stark's face and hesitate, because that face saved the universe. That face snapped Thanos out of existence. That face represents everything the Avengers were fighting for. And Doom is going to use that hesitation to destroy them. This is psychological warfare on a level the MCU has never done before. Imagine being Peter Parker and seeing Tony Stark's face again, except this time Tony's trying to kill you. Tony spent his entire life proving he could be a hero instead of a weapons dealer, and now his face is being used by someone who makes weapons look harmless. Doctor Doom isn't a random casting choice. He's the manifestation of Tony Stark's worst nightmare. The proof that Tony was right about every warning he ever gave. The Avengers needed protection. They needed accountability. They needed to prepare for threats they couldn't see coming. Genius without morality is the most dangerous weapon in the universe. Tony tried to be the armor around the world, and he failed. Now Doctor Doom succeeds, and the fact that he has Tony's face makes it the cruelest twist in MCU history. The man who gave his life to save the universe is coming back as the man who wants to conquer it. And this time, Iron Man isn't here to stop him. Tony Stark warned us this would happen. We just didn't realize he was warning about himself. If you have watched this far, like the video and subscribe the channel, it really helps me out. See you in the next video.